gotta take it, man.
Aim small, miss small. Do it for bagels.
What's up? Today I'm here to talk about picking a target. As you can see, that was from American Sniper. That's Chris Kyle, one of the best snipers in American history. Um, if you haven't seen that movie, watch that movie. Great movie. It's the line I'm talking about is aim small, miss small. I thought it came from American Sniper, but I guess it was actually in the movie The Patriot as well. I guess that kind of shows what generation I come from. The Patriot was like I was young when that movie came out, very young, 2 maybe. Um, American Sniper a little older, so I remember that line more. But aim small, miss small is a real thing, especially if when we're out on the pitcher's mound, right? We want to pick a target and throw with good intent through that target. We don't want to throw two. We're not like it's not just getting it there. It's not like throwing a touch pass in football, right? Like trying to put it on the money. We're picking a target and we're trying to throw it through that target. Like if we picture the strike zone as like a I don't know, piece of glass for instance, right? You're trying to break the glass. You're not trying to just crack it. You're trying to throw it through the glass, through the catcher's mitt, not to it. Okay, and we want to make sure that we pick a good target every time, and we need to adjust off of that. If we're picking the strike zone as a target every time, our misses will be strike zone sized. This is kind of the aim small, miss small. If you aim big, you're going to miss big. If you have no target, you can throw anywhere in this general direction. Um, so if our target is like quarter sized or I don't know, catcher's mitt sized, then our misses will be catcher's mitt sized as opposed to strike zone sized. Uh, Picking a good target is very important because especially when we're not throwing to a catcher. I know in Northeast here or anywhere up north where it gets cold for the winter, you can't throw outside all day or all year. So throwing inside happens a lot. We throw into pads, like into hanging strike zones at Antonelli, and if we're not picking a good target every time, then the throws that we do will not give us the best opportunity from when we get back to the pitcher's mound. Everything we do needs to be targeted. If we don't have a target, if we don't have a focus, then like we're not gonna understand the physical adjustments either and whether they work or not. If you're not picking a good target every time, then there's no consistent mental approach, essentially, right? And if there's no consistent approach, then there's no baseline to make adjustments off of, where it's almost like the goal is different every time. We're not picking a target. We're just trying to throw over there. And I mean, aim small, miss small is serious. It's going to keep you in the strike zone. And sometimes if we're picking a good target, so we're not always going to get that good target, right? Sometimes we'll be picking that glove side fastball, right? And on that particular day, we'll be missing up, up, up. Sometimes all you need to do in order to get yourself back on the mitt is just say, all right, if I'm going to miss this one, I'm going to miss down in the zone. And likely, if you're missing up and you cue yourself down, you're going to get that good pitch right at the bottom of the zone that you're looking for. And then sometimes it only takes one, and then the body can just remember the movement and repeat. That's what it's really kind of about. And when you're making adjustments physically, do not alter the intent of your delivery. I mean, it's one thing if we're, building up, like getting our arm ready to throw and we're focusing on the way that we're throwing, but never change the intent from throw to throw, build up with consistency, and once you get built up, make adjustments with intent. Because if we're changing intent, then we're changing everything again. We're not, the timing is going to be thrown off. So when we're adjusting physically, we need to keep it sort of like in the back of our mind. We still want to be a thrower. We want to be an athlete, and we want to be explosive more than anything. But we need to keep the adjustment in the back of our mind. Okay. And I feel like, especially with youth, when we start talking about physical adjustments, we don't do as well with the target, especially young guys. And the target is extremely, extremely important, because all the positions that we throw out of, if we don't have a target, then it's almost like we're just throwing in a general direction. We need to be targeted every time for the throws to be productive. So I can't stress, even in your catch play, like anytime you're throwing a baseball, it should be targeted. It's going to help you decrease the size of your misses, and it's going to help you be able to adjust based off a consistency. If we don't have a good target, then we're not going to know where we consistently miss, like what to do if we are inconsistently missing in the same spot. So picking a good target is definitely important for us, and that's really just the point today. I think a lot of people underestimate the importance of picking a good target and throwing it through your target, not to your target. That is also a very important point to make. That's really it. I've said it before, but the best players adjust extremely quickly. The best players can be their own best coach. If you look at guys that made it to the MLB and even have success there, they didn't have the same coach their whole life. They didn't have the same coach watching them play baseball every time. They might have gone back and, checked in with them and brushed up with them and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, you have to be your own best coach and your own best competitor, right? And being able to adjust quickly is what makes these guys even better. There aren't many opportunities as a hitter or as a pitcher in any particular at bat, right? There's not much opportunity for failure. You get behind or you get ahead, right? And that's the battle right there. So I kind of forgot what my point was there. Making adjustments was my point. The best hitters, best players make adjustments quickly, and that's all.